You point, I follow. Left or right, I'll go either way. Or we could hold on till tomorrow. 'Cause the rain will come, but your love won't change. You'll always be my weather vane. Welcome to the Real Healing Institute. My name is Michelle Sinclair, and I am a teacher of the Christ Letters. What we are going to be talking about today is how you create your entire reality through the way that you believe and through the way that you think. It is your deepest held beliefs that cause a certain vibration within your etheric body and within your actual body. And these vibrations go out and attract your circumstances. What you plant through your thoughts, through your words, and through your actions, what you sow, you will reap. And if you are sowing seeds of your own making, things that you're like, I think I just want to do this and do that, and you're not being guided by the divine love, this will play out in your life. It will be noticeable. You will be able to notice it. You will see it in your life, and you will think, why is my life this way? And it will be because it is of your own making. The only person who made your life is you, and therefore the only person who can change your life is also you. You know what it's like when you walk into a room and the vibe changes, right? And you're like, what's going on in here? Maybe it's uplifted, maybe it's not. But you can feel it. This is the energy that I'm talking about. This is the vibration, this is the frequency that I'm talking about. And these frequencies, they follow you whether you're aware of them or not, right? They're living inside your body. Sometimes you're aware that you're feeling upgraded, and sometimes you're aware that you're feeling downgraded. And sometimes you're not aware of anything because it's just your constant, and so you're just living it and you're not even aware. So what happens when you become so very aware of what it is that you're holding within you, well, then you can change what it is, and therefore you're going to change the outward circumstances of your life as well. What you see on the inside is a reflection of what you see on the outside. So if what you are seeing in your life on the outside is undesirable, then there is something inside of you that is also undesirable. And when you change that undesirable thing, then it changes what you see in the outside world. Here's an example. If you look outside and you think, oh, it's rainy today, this, whatever, and you think something about the weather and you think it's not good, you're not looking at life in the proper way. You're not looking at it in the heavenly way. Because if you were to, then you could look at the world and you could think, okay, well, it's rainy outside. I guess this means that I then have the opportunity today to perhaps stay inside. As the earth gets nourished and watered and it's going to make all the beautiful plants outside grow, I have the opportunity to nourish myself while I stay indoors and let myself grow, perhaps through journaling, perhaps painting, perhaps writing, perhaps meditating, whatever it happens to be that you feel like you want to do, whatever it is that you're divinely guided to do. But when you are looking at your life in a negative way, it will be reflected. Okay, the dog is under the bed I don't know what he's doing, but anyways, this is hilarious. Your life will be reflected, whatever it is that you hold inside of you. So you could be in an entire group of people. Let's say you're hanging out with 10 people, and because every single person's different and supposed to be this way, you're supposed to be in your own uniqueness, because each of us has our own unique purpose. Each person will be experiencing the same alleged situation, but in a different way, because their vibration will actually be changing what it is that they're seeing, that they're hearing, that they're feeling, that they're experiencing it, because it is going through their own filter, through their own lens of their own perception of the way that they believe things to be. So somebody could come up to the group and they could make a comment and they could say something, and these people over here took it as a very loving and kind and caring thing to experience, and these people thought that that person was rude, and these people thought that that person was angry, and these people thought that that person was sad, because all we are always seeing is a reflection, is a mirror of what we got going on inside of us, which is wonderful. Because then you can look on the outside world and you can be like, okay, well, I experienced this real rude person today, so where have I been rude? Either to other people or perhaps to yourself. Where have you been holding that same vibration? How did that rude feeling make you feel? What was the vibration of that? You've been sending it out, either through your thoughts or through your words or through your actions. You've been maybe just sending it to yourself. This doesn't mean that you're rude to other people. This doesn't mean that you're sending that out verbally to other people, but it's just as powerful if you're sending it out through your thoughts, even to yourself. So everything that you have, that you experience in your life, you can look at it, and you can look at it as an opportunity to be like, thank you. Okay, I'm seeing where it is that I still have stuff that I can work on. Or you can see it as, I don't like this. Or you can see it as something that's loving and wonderful. Everything is all based on your own perception of what you believe is on the outside of you. And what we're witness to here in the world, because things are really rapidly changing, and you know it, you feel it, everybody's feeling it. It's called the quickening. I mean, this is the name we've been given. Because karmic things are being tied up here, so that the earth can become aware, because we've been sleeping in the dark, and we didn't even know that the lights weren't turned on. We didn't even know it, because we were just so used to it. We're like, this is how it is, but it's not how it's going to be. And as the veil is getting pulled off, as it's getting lifted, as all these things are shifting and happening here in the world, we then have the opportunity to choose a different timeline, to choose something higher for ourselves. And I know that we're all going to do that, because that's why we're here. This is our purpose. And you have your own unique purpose. You play a very specific role in the puzzle. As I was saying the other day, I talked to a friend, and he's writing a book, and I'm like, man, that book's going to change the world. So he's playing that piece. And I have another friend, and he will just activate people because he's embodied in what he's talking about, and he will just activate people by just going and have a conversation with them. And this is one of his pieces. And he is playing an etheric blueprint here. He's creating heaven on earth. He holds the blueprints. We each have these own parts. I will speak in parables, or I will channel messages, or I will see things for people, but that's not all our thing. That's the thing that I do. And sometimes we will meet people, and we will see that they've got this special gift. It'll be like, but I want to write that book. But I want to do that thing. But if that ain't your thing, then it can't be your thing, because you came here with a very specific, unique purpose, and you have to do that. And that thing is going to bring you way more joy and way more happiness than doing somebody else's thing. Trust me on this. Because when you step into your actual purpose, that's the role that you decided before you came here, that you're like, okay, I'm going to come here and I'm going to do that thing. And along the path, right? I used to teach exercise classes. I taught them for like 20 some years. Started when I was 17. And, I know a lot of the instructors, they would say, in the different courses, they're like, all I'm doing is producing, a bunch of mini-me's that are going and teaching the same type of class. I was like, I don't get that. This is what I like to do when I go, so this is what I'm going to teach in my thing. I don't want to be somebody else. I want to be me. But I see that, if you go and you attend a course, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to be just like your teacher? Because that's not the thing. The reason why they do what they do so well is because they're them. Not because of the techniques, not because of the specific things that they do, but because they're them. Which is, for me to say, you need to be you fully. And in order for you to even know who you are, you got to get rid of all the things that you aren't. And so it's a process. I remember here, and however many years ago, somebody's like, well, you just got to know what you want. And it was like, well, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I couldn't even quite comprehend or understand what they were asking. This is like, well, I'm this. I do this and I do that. And it's like, no, it's not what you do. It's not what you do. It's actually who you are. And so in order to understand that, you've got to get rid of all the things that are clouding your mind, that are keeping it from who you actually are. You've got to get rid of the anger, or the resentment, or the guilt, or the grief, or the sadness, or all of these vibrations that you hold within you that aren't you. And when you get rid of those things, then you're like, oh, okay, I understand. I understand who I am. I'm a powerful being of light that has come here to shift the world. And as you step into that, then you step into your purpose. Maybe your purpose is singing. Maybe your purpose is playing music. Maybe your purpose is painting. Maybe your purpose is cooking for people. Maybe your purpose is caring for people. There's so many different things that it could be. But if you're not doing that thing, you're going to know, because it's not going to feel wonderful. You're not going to feel great. And when you are doing the thing that you were supposed to be doing, you are going to feel great, because that vibration of feeling great is what people need. And when they come into your energy and then they leave feeling great, you've done the work. You've done the thing. You've completed a circuit within them because you have embodied your purpose, which has allowed them to activate something within them that helps them to embody their purpose. Now, some people, if they're not doing the work, if they're not stepping into the thing, which we don't even want to speak about this, but I'll give you an example, they might not like it when somebody else steps into their purpose because it is reflecting to them something that they need to be doing that they have not been doing. And so it makes them angry, but they're not angry at that other person, even though outwardly it will appear that way. They're actually angry at themselves for not stepping up and stepping in and doing the thing that they're supposed to be doing. But because everything is a divine mirror, it will just be reflected back on them. And they will see somebody else in their purpose, and they might, who knows what it is that they'll have to say about it, but it is just a reflection of their self and the work that they have not done, that they are so pissed at themselves about because they know that that's why they're here and that they're not doing the work that they're supposed to be doing. This is why the most important thing that you can possibly do is not taking action, it's not going applying for the job, it's not none of the things, it's not attending this, it's not doing that. The thing that is the most important thing that you could possibly do is just doing the inner work. It's doing the work on yourself. And make it fun. Make it a game. How can I improve today over yesterday? And just challenge yourself and make it fun. Don't make it something filled with pressure and heaviness and hard, dense energies and like, oh, I need to do this. I need to get there. No, don't do this. Make it fun. Make it a game, make it a challenge for yourself, because where were you a month and a half ago? Where were you 5 weeks ago versus where are you today? You've accomplished some great things. You've let some stuff go. I know that you have. You've let things go. And therefore, because you let things go, you have allowed new things, new energies, better energies to come in. And sure, maybe you're still in the thick of it. Maybe you're right in the middle of doing all the hefty hard work. Excellent. Excellent, because you weren't there 5 years ago. You weren't even considering it then. Maybe you were, but probably not. Maybe you were at the very start. Maybe you hadn't even begun yet. Maybe you have only been doing the work for a couple of months. Excellent. It doesn't matter when you started. The only thing that matters is that you started. Because before you started, you hadn't even considered it. It wasn't even in your world. So the fact that it's in your world and that you're doing the thing now, you're going to get there, man. Like they say, seek and you will find. And it's true. You will. If you do not stop seeking, you will find what it is that you're looking for. But when people give up, or when they're like, it ain't for me, that's for other people and not the thing, and they get down on themselves and they stop doing the work. Well, what happens when you stop watering a flower? Yeah, that's what happens to these people. But that's not what's happening here. That's not happening. And it's not even optional for you. And you know it's not even optional. Because you are that beautiful flower, and you're going to keep watering yourself. You're going to give yourself new fertilizer, new soil, new dirt. You're going to allow yourself to experience the rain and the sun and the wind. You know, they did this study, or they seen, the Biodome. You guys ever see that movie? I loved that movie back in the day. Was it Pauly Shore? And I can't remember who else, but it was hilarious. It was awesome. It was in Arizona. I live here in Arizona. Anyways, they went in the Biodome after 25 years, and they realized that these huge tall trees that they planted back then, after 25 years of getting no wind, the trees fell over. They fell over because that wind, the obstacles that they came up made them really root in. So that hard, dense work is what roots you in. It's what makes you grow down and grow deep and grow strong so that you can keep growing forever and ever and ever and always. So when those winds come, don't be like, get me out of this wind. I don't want to be in the wind. No, welcome it. Welcome it. This is the thing that makes you strong. So every of those hard things that you are going through, love them, because they are what makes you live, baby. They are what makes you live. And so anytime that something perceivably negative comes into your life, just be like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know why that this has come, but I know that it has come to make me stronger. I don't know what I'm going to get out of it, but I know I'm going to get something out of it, because everything is done for me. And when you can welcome all of these things that come into your life, it is going to shift things for you so quickly. So quickly. And all these good and wonderful things that are coming into your life, well, guess what happens? When they start coming into your life, the people who you hang out with, it starts coming into their life too, because they can't help but see it in you. And they're like, what's going on, man? What's changed? And if they aren't, it's because they do not want to do the work, and that's cool, man. They'll come back when they're supposed to, or they won't. They'll go find something else. Maybe they're not there yet. But what is going to happen is your environment's going to change. The people that vibrate and magnetize into your life, that's going to change. All the wonderful things are going to change, because what has actually happened is you have let go of the fear, you have let go of the hell, and you have embodied the love that you are, that you actually are. It's in literally everything, including yourself, honey. Including yourself. It's in every cell of your body, that love. Every single cell. There's nowhere that it is not. The only places that it does not exist is the places where the mind believes that it does not exist. And so it overrides it and it kicks it out. So this is why it's so important. This is why I made the mental cleanse series, so that you can cleanse your mind of all of these heavy, dense energies that are present in your body that you have allowed, that you didn't even know that you allowed. But many of us come in here on this earth, it happened in the womb. It happened in a past life. And so we're like, why do I feel this way? I shouldn't. Logically, I shouldn't feel this way, but I feel this way anyways. This is where that series, that mental cleanse series, can help you to get rid of these things, because you'll understand where they're coming from. And just by awareness of them, you can then let them go. Because when you know something, but then when you know something on a deeper level, this is what it helps you to do. And as you can overcome these things, then you are going to succeed in what it is that you're going after. And all it is that you're going after, because the only thing that can provide it for you is the divine love. All you are going after is the divine love. That's all you're seeking, is that connection. And so when you continually seek it, and you just seek more of it, and you just seek to embody more of it in your body, literally in your body, close your eyes, unless you're driving, and do a body scan. Where inside of my body am I not embodying the light? Where is it dark? Talk to that part of your body. Ask it, what's up? What are you holding on to? What emotion is there? What belief is there? Talk to it. Take the time. Give yourself the time. And if you feel like you haven't the time, then make it. Make the time for growth. And then talk to that part, and then talk to it real gentle and be like, hey, I know. Yeah, you've probably been here since you were born, since you were 3, since you were 6, since you were 17, 18, 19, whatever it was. I thank you and I love you for being there, because I know that you were trying to protect me by making, something like that never happen again, or by walking on eggshells so you didn't have to be afraid of this or that. But thank you, I don't need you anymore. I'm going to exchange you for my own personal power, and I'm going to embody that power, and I'm going to take back the love and the light that I am. And as you do this, and as you talk to yourself, and as you work with yourself for purposes of spiritual and personal growth, then you're going to notice that things in your life begin to change, and you just feel happier. You're filled with more joy. You're filled with more light, more wonderful things. And as you begin to forgive people, and as you begin to release any feelings of being a victim, because we know that we reap as we sow, and that past lives play into this, and that we chose to experience certain things when we came here so that we could root in like that tree that needed the wind so that we could grow stronger. We did this for the purpose of evolution, for the purpose of spiritual evolution, bringing more love and light here on this planet that so desperately needs it. And as you can begin to understand these things and embody these things, and truly not just know them, but know them, then these things begin to shift, because you've now embodied it. You're not just speaking from something of, oh, I know this. You're speaking from, I know this, and it affects people differently. And then what you've healed in yourself will get healed in other people as well, because you complete this circuit within them that they so desperately needed. It's like the 4-minute mile, right? Nobody believed it was possible. Nobody did it. They couldn't do it. They couldn't run faster than a 4-minute mile. Then all of a sudden, somebody did it. Okay, so now this is something that's believable. It is now something that is possible. And because they did it, now so many people have done it. What was once impossible became possible. And this is exactly the same for personal growth. When you encounter somebody that's actually embodying that thing that you've been working on, all of a sudden you can do it, because you see, oh, this is actually possible. The circuit has been complete. And then what happens? Then when you encounter somebody else, you do that for them as well. And then they do that for somebody else. And you can see how the ripple effect affects the whole entire world, and that things actually shift up. And it changes just so beautifully, just like that. And what a wonderful gift that this is. So This is what I have here for you guys today, but I'm headed off to Canada, then I'm coming back, and we got all these trips and all these things lined up. So I really hope and intend that I will have content for you the following week. I got my next week prepped up here. I'm going to really try to get out some more content, but I am going to be gone on holidays. I'm going to go see my little grandbaby up in Canada, so that is wonderful and exciting, and I can't wait for that. So sending you all the love, and for a minute here I'm just going to send you some of that beautiful heavenly love. It is brilliant, bright white, and it is perfect acceptance and perfect love, and I'm just going to send this to you right here, right now. And it's just filled with excitement and joy, because I know you're receiving it. So go and be blessed and be a blessing to others. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.